everyone, it's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So in today's video we're going to be looking at physical health. What is your physical health trying to tell you right now? I'm doing this video because I've currently been having a few injuries and things, hence why I've changed my setup. Okay, because I was leaning over a coffee table, it was very uncomfortable, really bad posture, and definitely caused some other issues. So I just feel, also because I've had a few comments lately, people talking about their physical health as well. So I really feel like this is a reading I wanted to do to hopefully bring you some clarity. Everything is connected, so whatever's going on in our physical body is usually a manifestation of something else going on within our lives, whether we need to slow down, whether we need to pick up speed, whether we need to release something or start something, okay? So we're going to look as in depth as possible to see what's going on with you. So I haven't put out any crystals today because I really want you to be drawn to the pile rather than the crystal, because there's a lot of associations with crystals and healing with different parts of the body or different chakras. So I really want you to use your intuition here and go with your gut on this one. Okay, I mean, you should always be going with your gut, obviously, but really with this one, I just want you to tune in. So feel free to take a few moments and then we'll go to the pile selection. Okay, so we've got pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, you can pause the video here or you can take a few moments, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and then once you open your eyes or you feel drawn to a pile, then that's the pile for you. And then once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. And if you'd like a personalized reading with me, check the description box below as well for the link to my website. Okay, so let's get on ahead to your reading. Okay, group number 1, let's take a look at your messages, physical health messages. What are they trying to tell you? Okay, so the first card we have is Chop Wood. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted because I'm noticing that there is a slight bouncing. Again, this is a new setup here, so I've got my tripod set up on a different desk, just making sure it's not shaking. I think it's just slightly. One sec. Okay, my apologies if it does throughout, but I will endeavour to keep improving. Okay, so chop wood. So this is giving me like back energy, so I don't know if there's something going on with your back, with your spine, or something very long like the extremities, maybe your arms or your legs. Okay, this could also be nerve pain, so you could be having like shooting pains, or it could be chronic pain as well, because I'm sensing with this broom, yeah, because I mean when you're sweeping there's like a hunched over posture, so it might be that you've been hunched over in a way if you've been doing a lot of cleaning, but I'm sensing a tired energy here, almost. I keep seeing like Cinderella, so maybe that's how you're feeling right now, that you're doing too much, maybe an excess amount of housework, or even it could be about renovations, or this could even be at your place of work. But I feel like something to do with your posture, and like I said, I'm just sensing a very tired energy here, like you are overworked. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through here. So this is really driving me crazy. I keep seeing the bouncing. Please stop bouncing. Oh, one sec. This should do it. Okay, I think we've got it. Okay, now I should be laughing. It's a health reading, but we've got to laugh sometimes in times of pain as well. Okay, so then we have message in a bottle. So the two numbers we've got 15 and 42. So those numbers may have some resonance for you. Okay. Message in a bottle. For some of you, this might be neck issues. Again, I keep seeing the spine, and obviously the neck is connected to the spinal cord and the vertebrae, so it might be that slip discs as well is coming through. Something about slip discs, yeah, or falling over. Some of you may have slipped on something, okay, which could have put you out of whack in many ways. But yeah, I'm sensing, yeah, Like there could have been, a wet floor. How didn't I see that before? Yes, if some of you may have fallen over on a slippery surface, okay, or around water. For some of you, maybe even under the influence of alcohol, or something else that may have made you lose your balance. Okay, something about losing your balance. Yeah, maybe something to do with, what you're consuming, what you're drinking. Okay, but we're going to get more. So I'm trying to pick up first on what the actual physical problems are, because then you'll know if this is resonating for you, because you're like, yes, those are the pains. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So obviously if these physical symptoms you're not recognizing it, maybe that you chose the wrong pile, okay? So I hesitated on that because I feel like there's a reason why we are drawn to a certain pile anyway. So it might be that there are messages in here you need to hear, but it may be that there's another pile that has more messages in terms of what's going on physically. Like I said, and then we'll look at why it's happening, what we can do, or what you can do to resolve, obviously, and the information I could provide to you. Okay, so we have anxiety, which is reversed. We have the 7th chakra. Oh yes, and for you, group 1, you're the only pile that I drew 2 Moonology cards for. It just happened to be that way, okay? But I feel like there's some importance in that. So then we have don't let your past hold you back, South Node, and then we have, okay, the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. Yes, so Gemini again is giving me the energy of 2, okay? Because Gemini, if you think about the symbol of it, it's like the twin pillars. And in the physical body, it can represent anything that comes in 2s. Again, like the extremities, the arms and legs, the lungs, what else? I was about to say kidney. Yeah, no kidneys. We do have 2 kidneys. I think I was getting confused with the liver. 1 liver. Obviously 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes. Okay. So it might be something that's going on there. I also feel like with the South Node, maybe this is a reoccurring problem. Maybe this is, a reoccurring injury, or again, something chronic, maybe something you've been dealing with for quite some time. Okay. Now, for some of you, there could be some mental anguish going on here, but because I'm doing a specific physical health reading, as I said, as we're going to look at, why what's going on in your physical body and why it's manifesting this way. I'm not doing a specific emotional or mental health reading. If you'd like one of those, please let me know down in the comments below if that's something that you'd be interested in. But I wanted to keep this strictly to the physical so it doesn't end up getting too diluted in the message, okay? So, physically, what else is going on here for you? Well, some of you might be getting headaches as well, tension headaches. And I feel like on one side, like maybe around the temple or just on one side of the head. Okay, I'm sensing the left side, okay, for the headache, okay? It may be on the right side for you, or it might be that you're feeling these certain pains in the left or the right, but let me see, what do I feel? It's left or right overall. Like I said, I feel that headaches are on the left, but maybe the pains are on the right, like the physical, the nerve pains, but maybe it's all on one side or the other. I don't know. Okay, but we won't focus on that too much. The only reason I'm thinking about it is because the right side is the masculine side of the body and the left side is the feminine side. So that can usually indicate or give you a broader reason as to why you're feeling these pains in order so you can heal and prevent them potentially from happening again. Okay. So yeah, maybe more physical things will come through as I continue, but we'll see. So I feel like the reason that you're feeling these pains, I feel like you're getting these headaches or these tensions or migraines, maybe even, strong visions. Okay, maybe, dizziness is coming through now as well. So maybe you've been feeling dizzy and that's maybe why you lost your balance for some of you if you did slip. Okay, But I'm sensing that it's because your crown chakra is intensely activated right now. You know, the veil is very, very thin between, us and the spirit world right now. So it might be that if you're a natural empath, or, you're tuned in psychically, that you're actually picking up on a lot of things going on here. Okay. I don't feel like this is all your stuff either, group 1. I feel like you're actually taking on a lot of other people's stuff. A lot of other people's emotional baggage is coming through. Maybe you're not realizing that. But I feel like there's a need for protection here, that you need to protect your energy a bit more. Maybe you work in a healing profession. Maybe you deal with people that need healing every day, whether that's physical healing, emotional, mental. You need to protect yourself in a way, okay? There are many ways you can protect yourself. Crystals, using selenite, taking a black obsidian or hematite around with you. There's many different ways you can protect yourself, but ultimately it's got to come from the mind as well, and not taking things home with you. Because I'm sensing here with the anxiety card that there's been a lot of ruminating, okay? And it's been hard for you to not take it on as your own, okay? Even if you've not, again, consciously realized that you've been taking on other people's stuff. I feel like it's almost like you're a magnet and it's stuck to you. So I feel maybe a bit of advice would be for you to, do a good cleanse. I was going to say like a big cleanse, but like a deep cleanse with white sage, or again with crystals, or sound bowl healing, or music frequencies, 432 hertz, or going to, a healer, local healer, or someone that deep meditations. Definitely a lot that you can do to release, what you're already carrying, okay? Because I sense there's been a lot of heavy burdens on your shoulders. And I'm even seeing that now in that message in a bottle, that I feel like you're like carrying like other people along with you. Like you are like the backbone, like the strong person, or, that's how you're always seen. But I feel like you're very sensitive deep down. But it's like you almost don't feel like you have time to be sensitive and to think about your own stuff. It's because you've got so many other people that you are concerned with, or so many other responsibilities, okay? If this is not about other people and dealing with, I do feel there's an element of that we'll get to in just a moment. But it might be that, again, you're really focused on, housework and cleaning, maybe obsessively too much, okay? And again, anything we do to excess can cause repetitive strain and injuries. That's why it's always good to take as many breaks as you can. If you really need to do the work you need to do, I definitely recommend resting, with whatever you're going through. But I understand that, life still has to go on no matter what pain we're experiencing. So, just limit as much as you can the activity, and just let yourself rest and let yourself heal. And then it's an energy of then adjusting what you were doing before. So yeah, if you're doing something very intense, you're cleaning or you're working, or again, you're dealing with other people's things, just take 10 minutes to yourself to just, reset and rebalance. Okay, I really feel like that's so important for you. Now, it might be that you've received some communication from somebody from your past, okay? Or it might be that communication is coming through from someone from your past. So if you've not received any messages or communication, I definitely feel like that's coming, okay? Because message in a bottle connected with that full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. There's definitely something to do with, communication. And like I said, I sense it's something from the past being connected with the South Node, which is all about our past lives, our childhood, even our past trauma. So something could have been triggered here. So maybe you realize this again, you might know, I know exactly what this is now. I didn't realize it was about this connection here. For some of you, you might be unaware. It might be that you're so connected with someone from the past energetically, you haven't severed the ties enough or yet. And it might be they're going through something, you're picking up on it, and taking it on as your own. So I definitely feel you need a good reset, okay, whatever's going on with you. But I do see that there is a lot of positivity coming through here as well, because it feels like there's momentum here, that whatever you have been seeking is coming. So again, it might be that you've been investigating something, or you've been checking up on something to do with media as well. Maybe you've been consuming a lot of media lately, and there also needs to be like a detox there, I sense. Just something where you need to, just disconnect from, technology. Okay, yeah, definitely that's coming through as well now. So yeah, maybe you've been sucked into certain social media, I don't know, trends or latest gossip or obsessions, or I don't know. It's very easy to get addicted to social media as well. They create it that way, so it is addictive. So you get those hits of dopamine. But it's like anything, it becomes habit forming. So if it's something you do first thing in the morning, you check your social media, and I'm guilty of this myself. I go through phases where I don't check anything first thing in the morning. I get up and I meditate or do something positive, and then there are other times, like at the moment, where I'm getting up and checking my social media, like Facebook or something. I don't even really like Facebook, but I'm just scrolling out. Why am I doing this? And then it becomes this habit. So I need to check myself. But I realize I need to check myself with that. And I think as long as you have that awareness, and then you can make a change, so then it doesn't become an everyday habit. Okay. So I'm now just going to look at some tarot messages as well for you. Right, your physical health. Okay, so we've got Ace of Emotions. What is your physical health trying to tell you? Nine of Materials. Queen of Swords reverse. Yes. Yeah, this is definitely about cutting something off. I feel cutting something off, maybe cutting yourself off to your feelings. Okay, but I see some kind of emotional offer coming through here. So it may be as well that either this is something you're already dealing with, maybe you extended an offer and you're waiting to hear back. Okay, that could be what's causing some inner anxiety there. But this could also be, that this is an offer that's coming through, whether, again, maybe for some of you, you've already received the offer. For others of you, I feel like this is something coming. Okay, and I'm sensing that you're being guided to prepare. Okay, that's almost what's happening here. It's like, just notice these headaches or these pains, and it's trying to prepare you for something brand new. Definitely a new loving energy. So this could be a new romantic partnership that's on the horizon for you, but it also could be something that really sparks joy, that sparks love in you. So it could be about career, okay? Something that you, want to start fresh on, because Nine of Pentacles is showing this energy of being very independent, which I think has already come through very strongly, that you're independent, or you're the leader, you're always the one in charge, you take the brunt of everything, but because you're so strong, incredibly strong. And I feel like maybe this is trying to remind you of that as well, to remind you of how strong and independent you are. And it's okay to lean on others at times for help and guidance, but I'm not seeing that come through as advice, okay? And I would always say, just as a whole, as advice, to have a balance. If you do everything alone, it is good to ask for advice, or, for help, for a bit of support. But I really feel like there's a sense of going at something alone. Like, maybe you need to just do something. This could be breaking away from a relationship, or again, a career or something that maybe you felt passionate about before. It could be a friendship. But yeah, because there's a lot of feminine energy coming through. So it could be like a female friend as well. Maybe someone that's gone cold on you. But there is this breath of fresh air. That's what I'm seeing. Like, there's a sense of suffocation. So maybe, you were feeling suffocated. You felt like you couldn't breathe. Maybe that's something as well, that you were feeling physically. But I'm sensing, there's this breath of fresh air, this gasping for air. You're going to find that this transition into feeling, I don't know, I'm kind of mesmerized by what I'm seeing there, so I need to just pull back. But yeah, so you're feeling like you can breathe again, you feel liberated, you feel free. I mean, look at this image here. She's got her arms wide open, she's ready to accept everything that's coming to her. So yeah, I think this is really, really positive. So I'm just going to get a couple more cards on this for you. So we have the Magician in reverse. Is that the Magician? Yes, it is. Oh, a few dropped on the floor, but that was too many. Okay, and then we have the Hanged Muse in reverse. Yeah, okay, because this is showing a liberation, okay, a breaking free, changing of perspective. So I really feel like this is advice for you, okay, is to change your perspective on what you've been viewing here in terms of communication. Again, maybe what you are consuming media-wise, the people that you're speaking to, you know, how you protect your energy when you're around, you know, people that are having problems, okay? And the Magician reversed, yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's this over-strategizing. There's this, I don't know, this might be what's blocking you a little bit, okay? It might be that something that you've wanted to begin. It's like a stifled energy. You've wanted to begin something, but you feel like, I don't know, there's too much thinking about it. And again, that might be what's coming through here, that, yeah, you've been thinking or maybe even talking about it too much and not just letting it all unfold naturally. So it may be best for your health to just step back a little bit and to not resign yourself that I'm just going to not do anything about it, because I think you've got a lot of energy and a lot of determination and you've got to keep moving. Of course, you've got to rest, you've got to heal first. But I feel like I think you're being called to just move more with your gut feeling, okay, to initiate something without thinking too hard about it, because it's like you might have an idea of something and then you obsess about it, you know, or you look at the details too much. And I mean, that can really go in your favor in a lot of ways. But I just feel that in this particular instance, when it comes to your physical health, that it's not doing you any favors. It's not serving your highest good. So, you know, there's times to be very analytical and to be detail focused, but I feel this is not one of these times, and it's time to kind of look more at the bigger picture of things. So lastly, I mean, these are some really random ones here, but I just want to see what's coming through as advice. What do we have? Because I've got a little bit of food stuff in here, so it might be some foods that are being recommended to consume or to not. Oh my God, internet. Yes, internet. So what we're saying, so something about, you know, disconnecting from the internet. Vegan products, vegetables, and hospitality. Okay. Yeah, so maybe you're venturing into veganism. Maybe that's something that you've been thinking about. Maybe this is something that would really serve your health right now, okay? But you have to take it how it resonates. If you're already vegan, for instance, and you eat a lot of veg, it may be that you're being guided to switch it up a little bit. And of course, you know, you can't go back from being vegan, you know, ethically, I understand that. You want to maintain, you want to stick within the vegan realm, but maybe you're not being as balanced. Maybe you're eating certain vegan products. There's so many these days, but maybe you're not choosing the healthiest of versions, because even though they might be meat-free, not every vegan product is necessarily healthy. You know, they have vegan chocolate, for instance. Again, it's not as bad, for instance, as a different type of chocolate. I don't know, but it's certainly not good for you. So I feel like definitely upping your vegetable intake I feel would be very beneficial to you. So certainly changing your health, certainly changing your internet habits, okay? So yeah, it's either the amount of time that you're on the internet, or it's the what you're engaging with on the internet that might be causing you some problems here. Okay, especially if you're taking in a lot of negative energy, you know, that can infiltrate into our soul. So again, it's really important to reset and rebalance if there's something like that you come across. And hospitality, yeah, maybe you work in hospitality, okay? But I almost feel like this is about being hospitable to yourself, or like maybe your body is not absorbing the nutrients. It's like not a hospitable, I can't say it, hospitable environment for your body right now. So I feel like it's definitely about what you are intaking. You know, what you're taking into your body is really, really important right now. So yeah, I feel like if you disconnect a little bit online or focus more on the positive, you know, eat more veg, and it's a really obvious one, you know, maybe start being vegan if that's not something that you've already tried yet, okay? And really try to create that hospitable environment for yourself and your physical health. And then I feel like you'll start to move forward, to progress and heal. I really hope that this resonates with you. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, please check the description box below. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, pile number 2. Let's take a look at what's going on with your physical health, or what is your physical health trying to tell you. So I'm going to look at first what I'm seeing, what symptoms that you may have, because if you don't resonate with the symptoms, it may be that you've chosen the wrong pile. Not necessarily though. I would definitely recommend watching the reading, because it might be that there's other information that needs to come through. There's a reason you were guided towards it, but I would definitely recommend looking again to see if there's another one that resonates more. Okay, so we have exchanging gifts, go the distance, storm warning, angel of balance, and you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, I just need a drink. Okay, what's going on with your physical health? Now I'm sensing something with the eyes. The eyes is coming up here. So it might be that you've got pain behind the eyes, you know, which can resonate as a headache as well. But I definitely see something with your eyes. Okay, what else is coming through? I mean, maybe you've got blurry vision, maybe you're feeling dizzy, or maybe there's sharp pains. I do sense something sharp here. Now, for some of you, this could be to do with, maybe this is like a running injury or like a sports injury, okay? I'm also sensing the knees and maybe the joints themselves, like the elbows and the knee joints. Something about the ball joints is coming through. So maybe they're a little bit sore, or maybe there's a little bit of arthritis. I'm also sensing something with the arms here as well. So maybe your shoulders, maybe there's like an impingement or something in your shoulder, and your hands as well, a bit of carpal tunnel, definitely some kind of repetitive strain injury. Okay, but I'm also seeing here, because she's a ballerina, so ballerinas notoriously will have a lot of pains, certainly as they get older, but maybe in the feet, or again in the legs, the knees, and also the hips, maybe something to do with the hips, hip dysplasia, or there's a misalignment. That's what I'm sensing, some kind of misalignment. Maybe one side of your body is higher than the other, or one side is particularly stressed. Yeah, and I'm sensing it's the right side. Okay, for some of you, it may be the left, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is definitely the right side, especially as I'm seeing this curling in with that storm warning. Everything seems to be moving towards the right, so which is the masculine side of the body. So that might be an indication there that there's action that needs to be taken, but we'll get to that. So let me see, what other physical things am I seeing here? Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some kind of with this lightning, so sharp pains, nerve pains. It could be to do with the blood as well. I'm seeing like blood vessels, capillaries or something. Some of you, it could be about your skin as well. Maybe your skin has been breaking out or is dry for some of you as well. Okay. I'm sensing for some of you are on a diet, okay, or you're trying to lose weight. Okay, yeah. And maybe you're not doing it purposefully, maybe it's unintentional. Maybe off the back of trying to heal yourself from whatever these pains are, you choose a new diet that helps you to slim down. I'm seeing something about the stomach here as well. So some of you might be having some stomach or intestinal issues. So yeah, it might be, yeah. The fact that we've got storm warning there, I feel is very important, because I feel like whatever these pains are that are going on, it's like warning you that if you don't change something now, it could get worse, okay? And I'm not here to try and, instill any fear whatsoever, but obviously, if you've clicked on this reading already, there's obviously something going on, or there's definitely a level of curiosity as to what you can do to prevent something. So that may be why you're here. Maybe you're feeling okay within yourself, but you just like having a little checkup, almost like a spiritual physical checkup. So yeah, I feel like there is something here that needs to be adjusted in order for something not to get worse or to even start. Okay, it might be that you've been moving very, very quickly. So yeah, I feel like there's something about slowing down your energy. Just generally, it might be that you're a very quick mover. Aries energy is coming through. For instance, if you have Mars and Aries, like myself, I have to constantly tell myself to slow down, because Mars and Aries, it's the total opposite. It wants to be first and moves very quickly. And I would always move really quickly, and then I'd bang into things. And maybe that's something you did, maybe a bit clumsy, it hurt myself or whatever. But learning to just slow down my pace, realizing that life isn't a race. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe you feel like life is a race right now. And you want to be first, or you want to be on top. Okay, but it might also be you have certain expectations of yourself, or where your life should be at this point. If you're like, I want to be at this stage of my life when I'm 20, I want to be married with kids when I'm 30, or I want to own my house by the time I'm 40. I don't know. But I feel like you're definitely limiting yourself in a way by trying to move too quickly. And if you actually slowed down your pace, you prevent injury or prevent certain physical ailments, and you'd have more balance. Okay, because that's big energy that's coming through is having balance. So if you feel like, you've been doing too much, you've been moving too quickly, it's time to just take a breather, slow down a minute and recalibrate, okay? To, realign yourself and make sure that you have balance in everything. For some of you, there could be like an addiction to shopping, okay? That could be a way in which you try to mask certain emotional or mental things going on with you. Now, I'm not going into that the emotional and mental stuff in terms of health today. Again, I want to look at the physical symptoms that come through, and everything's connected. So I just wanted to clarify that. But obviously, if things come through about the mind or emotions, I'll let you know, because again, everything will connect in some form. But I just really wanted to focus on what's going on physically, as that is our body's warning. Okay, when we get a pain, that is our body telling us, I don't like this. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Okay, and a lot of the time we'll ignore that pain. We'll let our ego push us forwards and think, I don't care what pain I'm in. I need to, reach this milestone. But obviously what then happens is that, okay, maybe you'll reach a milestone, but then you have to take, 2 steps back because you're in so much physical pain. And then you actually set yourself back even further rather than if you just progress nice and slowly and consistently. So definitely something about consistency is coming through here. And I feel like this is coming through for reassurance. Okay, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, you are. I really feel like maybe this will help in order for you to slow down a little bit, to realize that your goal is coming. Like, you are going to achieve this because you've put in so much time and effort into something. Maybe you've put a lot of money into something as well. I said, I'll come back to that in a second though. But I feel like, like you've been doing a lot, and maybe this has been stressing you out. And maybe you haven't, it's like you can't see the results. So it's like you're just plodding along and moving. Well, I wouldn't say plodding actually, because that's more of a slow movement. So speeding along, at the speed of light, perhaps for some of you. Maybe without stopping to smell the roses as well, and actually look at what you've already created or what you've built, or the things that you have around you already. Because I'm definitely sensing something about material things coming through with that exchanging gifts, being the first card as well to come through. So it may be that you're being warned about the way that you spend your money, okay? And it might be that your health is trying to warn you about that. It's trying to let you know, hey, just be careful, don't spend too much, or don't be too generous, or maybe it's being more generous, okay? But there's some kind of imbalance here. So either you've been giving too much or not giving enough. Sorry, my throat keeps going then. So definitely throat chakra energy coming through. It might be that there's something that you needed to say or express as well, okay, that's keeping you chained in. But definitely I feel like, yeah, maybe something to do with your spending habits might be something to just readjust. It might be something that you lean on when you're not feeling so good. Maybe even if you're feeling ill and then you sit in bed and you start online shopping or something. Okay. For some of you, it might even be a birthday. Okay, birthday's coming up. Maybe that's stressing you out. Yeah, maybe a birthday, like a certain milestone birthday, is stressing you out. And again, maybe you consciously realize this, or maybe you don't. So I'm just going to see what's coming through with the tarot now for you. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Inspiration, the Ten of Materials. Wow, and the High Priestess. That's quite an interesting spread, that. Okay, we've got fire energy here again, Aries, Leo, Sag. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in the earth, and then we have Pisces, and I like to think Scorpio as well. So yeah, definitely something that's secret here. Maybe you're keeping something a secret. Maybe you're keeping your physical problems a secret. Maybe this is something to do with your career. This is definitely about like root chakra energy, your stability, finances. Yeah, there's a lot going on there for you. But I feel like, again, that this is advice that either that you are at this place where you are financially abundant, or, you know, in your career, you're at the top of your game. You know, with the number 10, it's completion, okay, and whatever we're talking about here. If this is a relationship, it could be that this is about moving in or creating something solid, or, you know, starting a family, okay. Again, this could be what is really heavily weighing you down or playing on your mind. But this is you, I feel like, breaking free, okay? Standing really strong in your convictions, standing strong in what you want. So it's like you have the drive, you have the passion, but there just needs to be a little more slow, consistent energy. We need that fire to spark us, okay? That's what keeps us wanting to continue in whatever it is. That's what helps to keep us alive, almost, that fire, that spark. But in order to build that strong foundation, we need the earth element. So we need, you know, again, that consistent, slow moving effort, okay, that needs to be put in here. So yeah, and I feel like, yeah, something about keeping something secret, keeping something hidden. Okay, it may even be that this is something hidden within you, these physical things that are going on, that they're hidden. That makes sense with that storm warning. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm catching you just before something major would happen, or something that would really set you back. So yeah, for those of you that aren't feeling too much pain, maybe you're just feeling some slight twinges, or again, you're just curious. Of course, some of you are going to be in a lot of pain, okay? So it might be more so that you're just hiding that pain. Like animals do, that in the wilds, they hide their physical pain because it makes them look weak, and more easy to be picked off by, you know, a predator. So yeah, that might be how you're feeling about yourself. Like, I'm not weak, I'm strong, I'm powerful regardless. And you are all of those things and more. But yeah, I feel like it's not necessarily a bad thing that you're hiding it, or that you're not talking about it all the time with others. I feel like that might in some ways be helpful, because I think the more we talk about something as well, or talk, you know, go over the same thing over and over again, it can kind of manifest it. So I think sort of talk about it once, perhaps with a doctor, of course, or a medical professional or holistic healer, whoever you choose to go to. But yeah, maybe not sort of going over it all the time, but definitely evaluating it. But I feel like if you were to work on that stability within yourself, with your finances, with your spending, with your long-term relationships, you know, with your solid foundation as well, your home, yeah, and also it could be your self-esteem as well. So all of those things encompassed, if you can focus on those, I feel like you will, you know, either not let something physical manifest that's going to set you back, okay, or you'll be able to heal whatever pains you are suffering with right now. So lastly, I'm just going to look, I've got some of these little there's random messages, like little food things, I don't know, but we'll just see if there's anything that you need advice for you. So we have pet supplies, internet, what came out in the last one as well, and that one did as well. That's weird. Hospitality. So it might be about what you've been consuming online, okay? It may be that you need to have a little bit of a break from the internet, or certainly a break from certain media. Okay, if it's been negative media you've been consuming, I mean, we are in Scorpio season, so it's been pretty heinous type of media coming through. So maybe that's a good time to have a little break. And you know, hospitality, this could be the industry in which you work in as well. The same with animals, with pets. But I feel like with hospitality, this is about you know, your body being a hospitable environment. So definitely focusing on you know, making that a really happy home. Okay, so by, you know, feeding yourself nutritious foods, and obviously getting enough exercise, but definitely getting enough rest, big thing. But I feel like being around animals or being around your pets will actually help you, will make you feel, will help you to heal. And because spending time with our pets is very, it's about being present. Okay, if you're not distracted by something else, you're sat there just stroking your pet. It's a time of bonding and connection, and it's a time of tuning out to, you know, the internet, to media, to any issues, to money, all of that, and just being there as one with your animals. Okay, or again, if you don't have pets, it might be that you're being called to get a pet. Okay, there is a cat in that card, so it might be that you're there were two cats actually. So yeah, maybe that's something you've been considering. So that might be something that would actually bring you a lot of joy. Or just getting out into nature itself, and especially in winter, you know, seeing little squirrels out and stuff, I feel like will really help to nourish you. Yeah, especially with that tree there, I feel like definitely getting out and having some nice walks. And it'll be very grounding. That's something that you definitely need, group 2, I feel, is grounding. So connecting with the earth's energy, walking barefoot on the ground would be really, really good for you right now. Or just standing on the grass barefoot and just absorbing all of that earth energy, okay, will help to reset and to rebalance you. Okay, so I really do hope that this resonated with you and it's helped to give you some guidance on what's going on with your health. I really appreciate you being here, and please let me know if this makes sense for you. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please check the description box below for all of the information there. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, group number 3, let's take a look. What is your physical health trying to tell you? Okay, so we have Yang. And I'm going to look at the physical problems first that I see, or the symptoms, so then you can at least evaluate if this is your reading and if this makes sense, okay? But I feel like if you're called to the reading, then you may as well watch it, because there might be a lot of other messages that come through that you need to hear, but it might be worth looking at another pile, if you were drawn to another pile, seeing if those physical symptoms do resonate with you. Okay, so we have a change in the wind, daughter value in reverse, deceit in reverse, and look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Now, I always read the energy oracle in upright and reversed, but the moonology and the wisdom oracle I don't. So just to clarify, because I know some people get funny about that, but it's my personal preference. But it's the same, you know, for each deck. I have a different preference for each. Anyway, so let's see, what physical problems are you having? Now, the most obvious one that's coming through here is the hands, okay? Maybe something to do with your fingers specifically. It's just such an obvious obvious sign here. So yeah, for some of you, anything to do with the hands, the wrists, it could be like carpal tunnel, or I was going to say spirit fingers. But I don't know, I meant to say trigger finger, and I only know that because that's something that I've been suffering with lately. It's like a stiffening of my middle finger on the right side and clicking and stuff. It's definitely getting better, and I'm wearing, you know, a splint at night and stuff, and I've adjusted my setup to release it. But it might be that that's something that you're suffering with, clicking hands or stiffness, or sort of generalized pain. Maybe there's like a burning sensation there. Definitely some heat that's coming through this reading, group 3. So I don't know if you're feeling very hot, whether some of you have a temperature as well. So for some of you might have something viral, oh yeah, or maybe, or there could even be the extremes of feeling very cold or feeling very hot, but definitely heat is coming through here. Okay, so heat in the hands, and the wrists, the first things that I'm seeing. What else is coming through? And yeah, potentially something viral. maybe something to do with your mid back, okay? Maybe there's like it feels like a heavy load, okay? That's what I feel for you. You're like you're carrying a heavy load right now. So yeah, maybe something to do with the back or this midsection, okay? Your stomach, your core, you know, your mid to low back. It could be that you've got some pains there. You know, there's some indigestion type of pains or some bloating as well. Maybe your stomach is feeling quite bloated at the moment, okay? Maybe that's something that you're trying to work on currently. I'm not sure. But we're going to get more in depth to see, you know, why this is happening and what you can do about it. But let's see, what else do we have here in terms of physical pains you're suffering with? Okay. Yeah, I really feel there's something about the center of your body. Really, that's like the strongest thing coming through, like the center of your body, that should be like the solar plexus. Something around the solar plexus, the ribs, I guess, you know, all the organs there, the lungs, the rib cage, the heart, the intestines. Yeah, I just feel like there's definitely something going on there. Like maybe heartburn as well. Maybe some of you have like acid reflux. Yeah, that could be what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, I realize as well, this might be to do with like the lower part, like your reproductive area. Okay, sacral chakra. It could be something going on there too. Okay. I mean, this is all I'm picking up just yet on the physical symptoms, but there probably will be some other things that come through as I move forwards with this. But yeah, let's move on and see as to why. Okay, why this is happening. Again, I feel like this is about like you're carrying a heavy load, like there's a lot on your plate right now. I mean, that could be very literal. Okay, for some of you, maybe you are eating a lot. And maybe you're going through some kind of insecurity right now, and maybe it's caused you to overeat, or maybe this is about portion control. Maybe you're, you know, looking at the way that you control what you eat. Or maybe there's something that's not agreeing with you, okay, that you're consuming here, okay? So that could be one thing, but again, I just feel like this, yeah, this heavy loads, like that you're doing, maybe doing too much. And that could be a common theme usually in, you know, when it comes to our health, of course, it's a lot of the time we're doing too much of something. You know, there's a lack of moderation, and, you know, it can cause then stress or chronic illnesses or repetitive strain injuries. There's a lot happening. But I feel like it might be this, yeah, something financial or something to do with your self-esteem. That might be what's causing these pains. Maybe you're someone that carries stress in their stomach, okay, or stress in their hands. Maybe if you have a very physically demanding job, or you use your hands a lot in your work. You know, maybe if you're a typist, well, you could be a typist. I don't know if that's what kind of job that is now, but, you know, computer work, you know, but this could be, you know, physical work, like laboring. There's a million different things, obviously, but something that's very labor intensive on the hands, okay? But yeah, it might be that there's just, like there's maybe, it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's maybe bills flying here, there and everywhere, and it's like, maybe you feel like it's too much. How can one person do all of this? Okay, for some of you may have also released something very toxic for you. Again, maybe something that you were doing, maybe this was a habit that you had, smoking, okay? Some of you might be smoking, that might be causing some certain issues. So maybe that's something that you're trying to release, maybe you're trying to quit, or maybe this is, you know, a sign that, I mean, I would never tell anybody to quit anything. You have to do what feels right for you and in the right timing. But it may be that this is guiding you towards, you know, making healthier choices, okay? Because we've got to look at the bigger picture here as well. This full moon in Sagittarius, which is definitely about changing your perspective, looking at how, looking at how you live your life, how you eat and what you absorb, okay? The exercise that you do. And Sagittarius is definitely like a higher learning energy. So it's about learning something. So maybe you're, you know, in that mindset where you're learning lots more about your health or nutrition or physical exercises or stretches or something. Yeah, I definitely feel something to do with stretching may be helpful to you. Certain stretching exercises. I always recommend Bob and Brad. here on YouTube. I think they're amazing. You know, they're physios or physical therapists, and they have almost any physical problem or strain or anything like that. They're fantastic. And they do have some other advice, nutritional advice as well. But I just think they're quite funny, a funny little duo. But, you know, very informative. So, yeah, they're a great one. But this, you know, that's the beauty of the age we live in. You know, there are there's the tough side of it, but there's also the great side of all this information. We've got so much information at our fingertips, you know, that we can utilize for our highest good. So something with my ear now just came through. I don't know if anybody's got any ear stuff, but it's like my left ear just went really cold all of a sudden as I was talking. So don't know what that means, or whether someone's got, yeah, maybe an earache or ringing in the ear or a cold ear. Let me know if you have a cold ear and what that means. But yeah, so I feel like this is partly advice for you. If that's not something you're already doing, if you're not really looking into things or looking into the reasons why, because this could be deferred pain as well. For instance, you know, if you've got a pain in your finger, it might be that the pain is actually caused up in your shoulder or in your back. Okay, it could be there's something tight or pinching or inflamed as well. So inflammation is coming through here in a big way. And it might be that something needs to be healed in a different area in order to heal the area that you're feeling that pain. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling that for some of you is deferred pain is what I'm getting, and yeah, inflammation. So yeah, definitely doing some research on nutritional advice, okay, would be really helpful for you. I know turmeric is a great one. I mean, again, I'm not going to list all of the things that you can do, and obviously I'm not a doctor or qualified nutrition to give you advice there. But like I said, there's a wealth of information out there to try and help. Oh, so I'm dropping the cards. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just looking at the tarot for a bit of advice here for you. The Nine of Voices. The Justice card in reverse. And the Eight of Emotions. Yeah, so for some of you might have walked away from something that was causing you emotional pain or that wasn't serving you anymore. I'm sensing here with this Nine of Voices, there's been a lot of anxiety, okay? Maybe anxiety surrounding your health, or against anxiety surrounding your finances or your career or the path that you're going on. This might be about studies as well. You might still be in school or higher education, or maybe even training, okay, in the career that you're doing. Okay, something about this is causing you some mental anguish, which again is then manifesting in the physical body. Because think about the posture of someone that's very upset and depressed. You know, there's, you know, usually very low down to the ground, sat down, or hunched over. The head is hanging down. Yeah, so which is it's a very low vibrational energy, but it's also really bad for the posture. Okay, so it might be that all of this stress has caused you to change your posture, or to take on this, you know, anxious posture, which is then causing more imbalances. Okay, because we have the Justice reversed. So it may be that this is something to do with a contract. Maybe you've just left a job, maybe you've walked away, or maybe this was severed without you having any control over it, okay? It may be a relationship ending, okay, or some kind of legal matter or contract that either you've decided to sever or somebody else has taken that control away from you. But it may just be about fairness and about equality, and maybe you feel like something has been unfair, and maybe that's something that's been plaguing you, and you feel like, how can I get past this when I know how unfair it is? And it's a horrible place to be in. It really is, to feel like it's just not right. But if you believe in karma, you'll know that it will always be righted in the end. But it's never usually in those moments you want it to be or you expect it to be. It'll happen. It'll happen. Whoever's done you wrong here, Group 3, I feel like they are going to get their comeuppance. But as they say, the best revenge is to live well. Okay, so I feel like that really should be your focus right now, to live as well as you can. So these are a couple of... well, I'll explain when I see them. We'll see what comes through. Oh my God. So that's the third time that's come out today. Hospitality, vegan products. That's the second time that's come out. Okay, this is a different one. Bread and flour. So it might be that you've been eating too much bread or flour. Maybe you have like a glucose intolerance. Yeah, maybe that's what's been causing some bloating. So it may be that maybe you've switched your breads to like gluten-free or like sourdough or something that's low in gluten. I definitely feel like lowering your intake of like carbohydrates, okay? And not completely, you don't have to go ketone or anything, but yeah, I definitely feel like maybe there's a slight limiting will help you. Cutting out as much bread and white processed carbohydrates and junk food. I know, but that's obviously an obvious one. But vegan products, for some of you may already be vegan or vegetarian, or maybe this would just be a good time for you. If you've been thinking about going vegan, to go vegan. To go for it, or to start adding in more vegan products into your diet, or to limit the amount of again, could be processed meats as well, so maybe limiting processed meats if you are a meat eater, rather than having the processed meats, having the sort of lean healthier versions of the meats. And hospitality, I don't know why this keeps coming out, but the way that I'm taking it is that it's about being a hospitable environment within your body, like looking after yourself and making it a happy place to be. So really thinking about what you consume, what you're putting into your body, the exercise or the energy that you're exhibiting, but definitely about what's going on mentally for you as well. And to pick yourself up out of this harsh mental energy, because I feel like a lot of you have been very harsh with yourself as well, maybe feeling like things are unfair, but also really kicking yourself and feeling like you're useless at times, or that nothing's ever going to go right. So I really feel like that's something for you to do as well, is to really try to raise your vibration and know that you deserve happiness, you deserve fairness, and you deserve equality in your life. But I also feel like you're being guided to take some kind of action. We can't ignore that Yang card, okay, which is about sparking something, initiating something. So if there's been something you've been thinking about doing, this may be the opportune time to, okay? I would always recommend getting your health together first, especially if you're going to be doing something that's going to be physically exerting or mentally demanding. We need to be feeling good in our health. And especially, if we want to help other people as well. We can't help anybody else if we ourselves are not in a good place. So I feel like that's something as well that needed to come through for you, that look after your health first, then take action. So I really hope that this resonates with you, group 3, and please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please check the description box below for all of the information there. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, group number 4. Let's take a look at your physical health and what's going on. I'm going to look at the physical symptoms that I see here first, because then that will help you to recognize if this really is your reading and if you resonate with the symptoms. And then we'll look at ways why it's happening, and then maybe ways in which you can help yourself to heal from it. Okay, so we have serendipity, building blocks, the 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra, the thinking man, and your commitment is being tested. Okay. So yes, I definitely feel there's something maybe going on in the throat. Okay, so for some of you might have a sore throat, a croaky throat. It could be that you have like a virus or some kind of illness that causes your throat to close up. Excuse me. Acid reflux as well. I'm kind of just picking up on that a little bit. So it might be there's something going on there. For some of you, this could be about smoking as well. Maybe, I don't know if that's caused any problems lately or not. I don't know. It's just something that came through. I'm seeing all this like kind of light and airy energy, like smoke is, an air element. It floats and floats away. Like I said, I'm not judging either way. It's just an observation. So, physical problems. I definitely feel something with the head specifically, and I don't just mean the mind, but I feel like your actual head, like your skull. Again, this could be headaches. It could be, yeah, that you're suffering with headaches, migraines, specifically in front of the eyes, but also really on the top of the head. I feel like maybe it's either quite centralized or it's more so in the forehead, you know, rather than being in the temples, you know, or in the back by the brainstem or anything. That's where I'm picking it up on. But of course, it could be manifesting, you know, anywhere there for you. I also feel something with the hips. Okay, something with the hips. Maybe your hips are very stiff right now, or they feel a little out of place, or they feel sore in some way. Okay, what else is coming through physically? What else? Feet. Feet are coming through now. So yeah, some of you might have something to do with your toes. Maybe someone's got a broken toe, or like a gammy toe. Maybe you stubbed your toe. Maybe there's a big bruise on your toe, or there's something with the nail. I know it sounds gross, but I feel like someone's nail is kind of falling off. Yeah, especially like the big toe. And I keep saying the right big toe. I don't know. I know that's really specific. But like I said, it could be the left, it could be any of the toes. But yeah, something to do with the toes and, you know, maybe the foot itself. Okay, there could be some pains that you're feeling on the top or on the bottom, maybe around your ankles as well. Okay. I'm also sensing something to do with the arms. Okay, the shoulders, arms, elbows, because that's quite prominent in all these cards. The like in the bend. So maybe something to do with the bend in your elbow joints or something. Again, your shoulders, your triceps, the front of your arms. No, biceps are on the front of your arms. Tricep, the back. So it might be that there's some soreness there. For some of you, this might be you know, weight training induced. Maybe you've been to the gym and you're suffering with some DOMS, you know, the delayed onset muscle soreness. So that might be what you're feeling there as well. Let's see what else is coming through. Calves, actually, calves as well. Calf pains. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling. There might be more that comes through as we continue. But I'm going to look now at why I feel you're getting these pains, and then maybe what you can do about it. Like I said, there might be more physical symptoms that come through. Yeah, the chest is now coming through in a big way. Why didn't I see that before either? The chest, big thing. So again, yeah, maybe it's the, you know, your actual chest muscles, or it could go deeper than that, go into the lungs or the ribs. Definitely like a feeling of being kind of squashed or compressed, because I'm sensing there's this need for freedom, there's need for space and need for like fresh air. So for some of you might have also been kind of holed up either at home, or maybe work. Maybe you've been so focused on work and there's this need to get out into nature and get into some fresh air. Okay. Now I'm really feeling that one of the reasons you're feeling this is because there's a block in the throat chakra. I think there's there's one other reading where a chakra card came through. It wasn't the throat, but yes, I feel like that. I mean, it's definitely something to do with your speech. Okay, so it might be something, you know, going on within your mouth as well. Maybe even your teeth or your tongue, or your lips. Maybe you've got like dry or sore, cracked lips, especially if you live, you know, somewhere cold in the wintertime. But yeah, I feel like. Yeah, it could be that there's something you need to say. Okay, there's some kind of communication that you need to speak about. Well, that doesn't make sense. There's something you need to communicate. Okay, either with a specific person, or maybe this is like sharing something online or at work. Okay, this could also be about being honest with yourself, something you've been denying yourself of. For some of you, this could be an imbalance in the opposite direction, though. It could be talking too much or gossiping. And gossip, I feel, can be included in, you know, seeking out drama online as well. You know, it can come under that bracket. Again, it's very, very addictive and easy to get sucked into. So again, there's no judgment here. I do it myself from time to time, but I have to tell myself, right, come back out of it now. This isn't your life and you don't need to be invested in it. But I think that's my Virgo Scorpio side who gets obsessive about certain things, liking to dig deep and find out the answers. But yeah, I have to check myself a lot of the time and go, okay, let's just step away and do something else. Find balance and look at something positive as well. So yeah, it might be something about, yeah, what you're consuming media wise. That's come through quite a lot today, I feel. Really trying to focus on the positive as well. Now with serendipity, I feel like, yeah, there's something that's kind of happened and it's come out of the blue. It could be that you've just met somebody, like a new romantic partner, maybe even a business partner or a new friend. But again, this could be an opportunity that's come through. But by doing something that like you just weren't expecting to, so maybe doing something outside of your routine, I feel like that might be advice actually for you, especially if you are in this kind of Capricorn energy where you're very focused and structured, routined and disciplined. It might be that you're being called to be a little bit more free and a little bit more carefree, and going with the flow a little bit. And if someone asks you out, just to go with it and not to think too much about it, to give yourself a bit of a break from work. I'm definitely sensing that for a lot of you. But again, it's an imbalance in some form. So it might be that there's too much carefree attitude without enough work, and structure in that way. So whichever way you feel like you might be imbalanced, I feel like it's just, readjusting that a little bit. So yeah, but I think it's always nice to have a bit of freedom. And again, it's important that we have that work ethic and that we lay out our foundation for the future. But we have to enjoy life in the here and now as well. So it's having that balance of planning for the future, planning for your future self, but also enjoying that present moment and going with the flow of unexpected changes, okay? And enjoying the changes that come. Now, for some of you, there's something to do with a male. There's a lot of masculine energy coming through, I feel. So it might be either you're the divine masculine watching this, or that there is another man in your life that maybe you're a little confused about. Maybe there's two men here. Maybe one has your heart, but there's a lot of intellectual energy coming through. Like there's a lot going on in the mind, and when it comes to the throat. So it might be that, you're wanting to communicate, or maybe you are communicating with someone. But there's a reason with whatever's being, I feel like there's lack. That's what I feel more so. There's a lack of communication. And that might be what's causing you some of these physical pains. It's manifesting as maybe a warning, either that you need to be more open and expressive, or you need to ditch whoever this is if they're not being open with you, okay? Or to, be open and be vulnerable to whatever happens. Be like, do you know what? I'm laying my cards out on the table because I either want to move forwards with you or I want to move on without you, but I can't stay in limbo anymore. So if that's why you're feeling with a particular individual, or again in any relationship, then maybe it's the time, okay? Because we have your commitment is being tested. So that might also be how you're feeling. Maybe you are being tested in terms of how committed are you to your work? Okay, how committed are you to a certain relationship or the desire for a relationship? Because it might be you have been thinking, oh, I really want this this relationship, either with this person or just in general. But then when it actually happens, you feel like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to make the effort here, or I'm not sure if I want to let this person in. And I sense that's fear-based, okay? It's not because you don't want that, it's because you're afraid that it would go wrong in the end. And the same with work here. I feel like you're definitely being tested. Okay, sorry about that, I had a knock on the door. So yeah, definitely there's something that is being tested here. So like I said, if you feel like you're kind of away with the fairies right now, and you're struggling to stay focused, that's definitely something you're being guided to do. Okay, so even if you just do a couple of things every day, even if you're not feeling very motivated, but you feel like there's some accomplishment here, that you've made some effort, either to communicate something or to put in the work when it comes to your career or whatever you're really passionate about. So a couple more. Let's pull some tarot rather, for some advice on what's coming through for you health-wise. What's your health trying to tell you? Yeah, Knight of Voices, so another masculine card. So air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The Ten of Swords and the Page of Materials. Yeah, I really feel like for you, Group 4, there's a lot has come from the mind, okay? And I've not been trying to focus on what's going on in the mind and emotionally, because I wanted to really focus on the physical things. But I feel like a lot is coming from your mind. And again, the thoughts that you're having, or the lack of communication, okay? With this Knight of Voices, though, I do feel like there's going to be communication coming through from a divine masculine. Okay, so again, whether this is about romance or whether this is about career, there's definitely some fast-moving action. Okay, so maybe this will help you to feel a little bit better, maybe when you get some clarity from this person or this connection here. Okay, so I feel like that might help to reassure you a little bit, and may well help some of these pains that you've been having. And also with the Ten of Voices reversed, I feel like if you have been going through a really low time lately, if you've been feeling very down or depressed, I feel like this is letting you know that that's going to be over soon, okay? But maybe you've been putting all your hopes on waiting for this communication or this offer or whatever this is in order to feel better and to feel free. But I actually feel like it will. I feel like whatever the outcome is, I feel like it's going to help to release you from whatever this pain and suffering that you've been feeling. Because then, you know, after that, it's like the Page of Pentacles is it's earth energy. It's taking action. It's doing something. So this is you taking that action. This is what this has all been talking about. But again, that kind of methodical, slow-paced action. So yeah, whether that's making the effort in communication or making the effort in your work or starting something new, you know, this could be about sending an email or sending out a job application or something, or starting a new side of your business venture. Okay, it's definitely about a new energy coming through, a new potential work offer, or you know, this could be new money also that's coming your way. So hopefully that will help you to feel a little bit better, that whatever the situation is that you're being tested on, I feel like you're going to pass the test. I really do. But I really feel that there needs to be more upfront honesty. Okay, so I'm just going to look at some of these little messages as well for advice. Okay, one just jumped out there, and we'll take, we've got 4. So this one, hold on, where did it go? Oh, I swear to God, if this is hospitality again. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, thank God. Sorry, there was one that came out constantly. So we have healthcare, bread and flour, petrol, okay, and electricity. Interesting. Obviously, petrol powers a car. Electricity powers, well, obviously anything, but powers the home. Okay. And then healthcare. Interesting. So I really feel like the bread and flour is coming through to let you know that maybe you need to cut back on like the refined carbohydrates, gluten. Okay, that could be that you have a gluten intolerance. Maybe if you're completely gluten-free already, maybe, I don't know. Again, you have to do what feels right, but whether you would be good to eat something, and maybe it's about testing it out. And sometimes with diet as well, it's like process of elimination. If something is negatively affecting us, it's hard to know what that thing is when there's obviously a multitude of things that we consume on a daily basis. So it's kind of cutting one thing out at a time so you can figure out what's been causing you the problem. So maybe this is something that you may cut out or certainly cut back on, which will help you to I feel like this less sluggishness, maybe that's also what's been causing this feeling of detachment or not really wanting to focus on the physical stuff. So maybe that will help. Because you know what it's like when we eat a big meal, especially if it's really carb heavy, we can feel lethargic and tired and we just want to lay down. You know, we don't then want to get up and start moving. So it might be something to do with the size or the portion control over your meals or something may help. But petrol and electricity, so I know this is really strange. But yeah, I mean, obviously petrol, like I said, you put petrol in, or if you're American, you say gas. But yeah, you obviously put that into your car for it to run. So I really feel like that this is a lot about your diet in terms of what you can do to help. Okay, because we might get physical pains for many, many reasons. I mean, I feel like nutrition is always going to be important and physical exercise is always going to be important. But, you know, for instance, it could be advising more about physical exercise, stretches, that kind of thing. But for you, group 4, I really feel it's about diet. Really, really is about diet. And yeah, because I'm almost seeing like with that unicorn flying through the air, or Pegasus or whatever, like someone's just filled it up with petrol and it's like, it's moving now. Weird, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely about the fuel. Food is our fuel. So yeah, I feel like maybe, and that's how to reframe your views on your health or on your diet, is to reframe it as, this is the fuel I'm putting into my body. Am I filling it with shit, or am I, filling it with goodness? It's going to help me to move forwards in a healthy way. Okay. And for the generalized healthcare one to come through, I mean, yeah, I feel like this is just overall to just look at your health, to see, what kind of exercise do you do? What is your nutrition like? What is your sleep like as well? Sleep is obviously such an important factor as well. And making sure that you've got a good balance overall. Maybe that you also need to see a healthcare professional, whether that's someone conventional or holistic, okay? Obviously, you have to do what feels right for you. But I really don't know with electricity. I mean, this could be about pains. I mean, electricity I always see as like sharp pains. So it might be that you're getting some sharp pains as well, or maybe that if you focus on your fuel and on your diet and exercise, that maybe you will avoid something. Like I just heard like power cut. Maybe for some of you, there have been electrical problems in your home, or power issues, which is causing you to feel stressed. So it could be, that you're also being tested in other ways, maybe not even in the ways of like relationships and career and that kind of thing. It might be that there's other things that are triggering, serendipitous events that are occurring unexpectedly that you're having to deal with that cause you stress. And it's these times are also not just testing you, but they're helping you to learn about yourself, how you handle stressful situations, how you handle when unexpected things happen. So it may be as well about reevaluating how you handle these situations, or just being more kind to yourself and saying, I did my best with the tools at my disposal. Under the circumstances, the very stressful situations, I think I handled it pretty good. Or maybe I could have handled it a little bit better. What could I do in the future that would help me to feel more calm? I feel like those are questions maybe to ask yourself if this reading is, of course, resonating with you. Anyway, so I am going to leave the reading there, and I really hope that this does resonate with you. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this reading today. And if you would like a personal reading, please check the description box below for details there. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.